Rocky and the Barbarian, episode 2, baby. We're out of the hotel and into the Staples studio, kid. Our special guest, Dave Russo. What's up, kid?
Oh, all right. I'm episode 2.
You are episode 2.
Nice.
Episode 1 was at a shitbag motel in New Bedford.
There was no guest for you, the first guest.
All right, so that's what I'm saying. I'm number 1.
You
are number 1, absolutely.
Regarding
number
number
1
2.
guest. Yeah. The first guest was the flies and gnats that were in the
we
hotel
had,
room.
We had numerous guests, if you want to include the
the
pests.
bugs.
Well, hold on a second. So if this is actually the first podcast that you have, so let's tell people the name of the podcast. And if this is the second,
It's Rocky and the Barbarian.
Rocky and the Barbarian. What a
Rocky
great
and the
catch right
fucking
there, right?
There you go, baby.
So welcome everyone to
Sounds
Rocky,
like a wrestling group, doesn't
Rocky
it?
and the
Yeah.
Barbarian.
Tag team champions, Rocky and the Barbarian.
Yeah. Midget wrestling.
Well, now I feel like I'm doing the trimester interview because I found out that Rocky and the Barbarian have known each other since like the 3rd grade. Rocky from a hip hop background, and then so we were talking about what's the theme going to be tonight, and I said, well, geez, Mikey and I met.
Breakdancing, baby.
And now tomorrow night or this week or this Olympics right now, breakdancing is starting. And Rocky, the big diggity poo bar, just said that one of the kids was from Dorchester, from what's the name of the team?
Oh, no, from the Rocksteady Crew, Fable. Fable
Really?
was on the news.
Rocksteady Crew? I mean,
He can't still be doing it.
well, he could be
Oh, yeah.
coaching.
No, he
Help
teaches.
Rocksteady Crew.
He
If you don't know who Rocksteady Crew is in the movie,
Let's take a pause.
But
and
hold
break.
on. Let's give
Russo. That's me, the fucking guest. No, hold on a second.
what I'm
So,
saying-
Rocksteady Crew. I don't know if they remember who Crazy Legs and some of these people that we're
Kuriaki.
talking about.
I know
Ricky.
Crazy Legs.
Yep, Kariki was one of them.
But those are there was
Frosty Freeze.
right. But they was
Crazy
in the
Legs.
movie. In the movie,
Beach
there was
Street.
Beach Street. So they were
baby.
so they were the team in the blue.
Correct.
Right? They were the team
Against
in the
the team in
blue.
the red.
Yes.
Okay, and so if you don't know anything about breakdancing, that's what this. I guess that's
Actually,
what we're somehow
I think
talking about.
Rocksteady
Right now.
was, I don't
Was
know if they were
maroon?
blue back
Was
then
maroon?
or black.
But back in the
Black.
day, we used to wear Gazelles. We wore Adidas. We had
Kangos.
some Kango hats, and you know what? We wore Lee jeans with creases in them, and not
Parachute
Levi's.
pants?
We wore Lee. Yeah, but if you were for Shizzle Dizzle, you wore the Lee jeans, different colors, maroon, burgundy, and
I
burgundy.
wore wrestling shoes, baby.
You were navy blue. Silver gray with the black tag, and we would go
and the sweatshirts with the English letters on them or whatever, you go to the mall and you get to do the press with the fucking
Oh, yeah.
the hot press.
You know
Electric
what? That's
Star,
right too.
yeah.
We would do those, and you'd have an all white hat, you'd have a bandana, and you'd have white gloves.
Yes.
When you first started
Oh,
doing
yeah,
it.
yeah.
Okay, you'd have the pantomime white gloves. You'd have I would go to Sparks and Baldwin Square, and you'd get the bandanas. I used to wear the scally cap here and there, but the bandana was so you do a hand spin.
Yeah.
You know what I mean, and around your
Without
head.
question, the
Oh, we
greatest
gotta find
breakdancer
some,
I've ever seen in my entire life.
Really?
Without question. Ask your brother, man. Nah, man,
Russo
fucking
was
pain in
that
my
good.
ass. I didn't like him at all.
By the way, McCarthy's talking about Dave Russo being the best breakdancer he's ever seen.
Yeah.
40 years ago, I was doing
I gotta be-
windmills
I
and the
mentioned it,
flares, back in the
Dr.
windmills.
Doom is giving Dave Russo
Little D
what was-
Rocker. He
Little
don't
D.
drink vodka. He keeps a microphone inside
my
his locker.
Yeah.
Yeah, whenever I mention it, people go, no, all the comedians. There's a lot of envy on the Boston comedy scene with Dave Russo when athletically. I go, he's the best breakdancer I've ever seen. Like, that can't be true. I go, I'm fucking telling you, I'm Dr. Doom, bitch. All right?
You know,
I ain't,
it's
I ain't
funny.
just Mike from Medford, motherfucker, okay?
Yeah.
I'll tell you one
Dr.
thing.
Doom
I'll tell you one
and
thing. The kids
Dave
nowadays.
Rocker.
You mentioned it earlier, Rock. The kids today now are doing these 99s. They're doing these flares and the 99s.
Yeah.
They're going one step above. But 40 years ago, we were just starting doing to that.
Yeah.
Yeah, we
All
were
right.
learning as we went.
I mean, dude, I see so many now. The Asian kids in I forget what's the name in Vegas is they were on America's Got
Oh, yeah,
Talent.
yeah, I know
the
who you're
whole
talking
crew.
about.
I know those
So
guys.
those guys, those kids are young. They're light. They're doing windmills. They're doing flares. They're doing enhancements. Because when you get to a certain weight, okay, you can't be doing flares. You know what I mean?
Well,
So
you weighed 70 pounds in high school, kid.
right.
Yeah.
So basically, it's a lot of upper body strength and a little bit of
dwarfism.
rhythm, and you have to. And you really, I remember really being ADD, really focused. Probably practice breakdance 4 hours a day.
Oh, no
We
question.
practiced
No,
4
it was
hours a
the
day.
only thing. I remember on the way to get my windmills, because you'd get a little, maybe
Yeah,
you
you
didn't,
get
because
road rash.
you get a little fucking thing on your shoulder, and you just keep doing it and doing it
Until you
and
toughen
doing
it
it,
up.
and then you fucking finally got it. You were like, God damn, I knew I could do this,
Yeah.
man. But yeah, hours a day, hours.
I remember at one point on certain floors, because when you went to do certain breakdancing moves, because your hands, when you do windmills or when you do flares, your hands have to be on the ground. So at certain times, certain linoleum was better than others. I went to the Fresh Festival. I'll give you an example. In
Fresh
1983,
Yeah,
it was
yeah.
in Rhode
Oh,
Island.
we were all there.
Okay. So it was UTFO was there, and I like telling the story because Run DMC was there, Fat Boys. A lot of these guys.
Two of them are dead.
Okay, two of them are dead.
Yeah.
And when Run DMC sang Rock Box, Chris Ivory from I think he's married to Ellen Pompeo from Grey's Anatomy. I always drop his name because he was the one that he was the one that brought me there. Like he said to my mother, "I'll watch your son." Like he was my babysitter friend. You know what I mean? Meanwhile, he's got a history. You know what I mean? He's from the streets, from the neighborhood. But he fucking protected me. But he put me on stage in the breakdance.
Oh, really?
So when they were singing Rock Box, I went on stage, started doing windmills and the headspins. But back to a certain point, the linoleum sucked. It wasn't good. I'm like, I want some good
Run
spinny
DMC.
shit.
What's up? This bullshit. You think you know better, right?
You think you'd have good spinny stuff. Malden High School, there's a video that we have from 1985.
Yeah.
That was, I came out of retirement from it. That floor at Malden High School, that gym, that stage was perfect for moonwalking and
you
dancing.
put on a clinic. I think you the
was-
flares and the head spins back
was-
in the window.
So who was at this thing? You were at this thing as well?
I was with Marjorie in the crowd. Yeah.
Oh, but this is the thing at Malden High School. It's called, they call it Junior Varieties, and they've been doing it for
So you went to
over 40
Malden
years.
High School?
Went to Malden High School, and we
Okay.
did the thing Junior Varieties, and I was in the breakdancing crew, but this is the whole thing. I really, it's so far back. All I remember is that we would have rehearsals and times we had to be in there, and there was a break. There was like probably 8 or 10. It was a production. It was legit.
yeah.
It was legit. And you had
yeah.
singers
Well,
that
dude,
were
I
real
taught
good.
breakdancing. I taught breakdancing in 2 different places. I was making
Really?
$60 an hour at the Joy of Movement, teaching
right.
35-year-olds.
Well, maybe that's
how to bebop.
maybe you need to start doing that again.
I couldn't believe the money.
TikTok, you don't stop.
Dude, these pathetic. I mean, these. I'm like, this is how you do a backspin. They're like, this is how I break my back. But yeah, $60 an hour and to $120 a week
right.
for 2 hours. Yeah, well, I brought your brother in, brought everybody
Yeah.
from the crew in. Yeah,
All
it
right.
looked authentic, but they didn't learn shit. They learned how to bebop. That's it. That little,
okay.
yeah. About that, and maybe a little bit
All
of
right,
this.
hold on a
but-
second. Hold on a second. You ready for this? So I did take a class, but you know who taught me how to do the moonwalk? First person ever.
Michael Jackson.
Nah, but that was why I wanted to learn it. It's by Chris Rogers from Malden, from the
Oh, I
Rogers
know who
family.
he is, yep.
Okay, great dude, right? So we're at Rollerworks in Malden Square outside the projects.
Yeah.
Now it's a Pop Warner night, so I'm a Pop Warner kid. That's how I ended up getting from dance. So growing up in Malden, just like Medford, I don't know how. Malden was kind of a little more gentrified, I think, than Medford. I don't know.
I think you're right.
Yeah.
We had people. I grew up with people of color. I was breakdancing down there, so I was friendly with the Rogers family. And I remember and this is what's bizarre. Like this is what I always think should have been a good little commercial movie. This kid didn't know me from a hole. He's a good sized kid. He's probably 5'10", I guess. And I was this little kid. And this little white dude comes out. I'm pulling on his pant like, I'm like, dude, show me how to do that. That's unbelievable. You're floating over there. And he's like, who's this little kid? And I'm just grabbing his leg. Hey, show me how to do that. And we've been lifelong friends, man. We've been lifelong friends. And I know his family members. I know his wife. I know his brothers, cousins. And
That's
so
the thing, though. Like, a lot of people thought, like, over the years, it's like, oh, this is a black thing or whatever thing.
Yeah.
But, like, hip-hop has actually become...
Yeah.
Even back then, like from as soon as Rapper's Delight became a hit, and then those movies came out with the break
1979.
dancing, that made it international. That made it
Mainstream,
multicultural.
no doubt.
And I remember one of the kids, we were talking about the Dorchetters, because the kid's name was Six Pack. He was Latino.
Yeah.
He was a Puerto Rican kid. So I was an Italian kid, Malden. You were an Irish kid. There was this kid from Rhode Island who was this black dude. He's in that commercial I was in. He was on the Unique Dominoes.
Okay.
Now, back in the day, I always thought the Unique Dominoes was one of the best teams. That was with Wyatt Jackson out of Roxbury area. I remember Cisco. Right? Cisco.
Yeah, unbelievable windmills.
You're right, and he was a good-sized kid to be.
Yeah, he
doing
was a
that
big
stuff.
bastard, dude, no doubt.
Six Pack was one of Cisco's. He was the kid that I went against. There was another kid named by the name of what my partner was Peter Nieves out of Lawrence. He was known as the Riddler. I've been trying to
I remember that
contact.
name.
I've been trying to contact this kid for 30 years, over 35 years.
All right, Riddler, if you're out there.
No,
That's right.
dude, I've searched for him because this
He
kid
was as
right
good
here.
as Mr. Incredible, man. Michael Burns, remember him?
Well,
Yeah,
well,
Michael
this is
Burns,
the whole
yeah.
thing. He was doing animation back in the day.
Yeah.
He was known as animation, and I'll tell you one thing about the Riddler being from Lawrence, Massachusetts. The loyalty that this kid had. So I was breakdancing with these kids in Billerica, and I forget these kids' names. We met at the Palace, and they were going to kick me out of the crew. Okay. Now, I remember, and I'm going to say this now, I never felt comfortable saying the N-word. I got two parents in my house. My dad's a Pop Warner football coach. My mother coached softball, okay? I knew about women's rights. They earned the right to vote in 1920. So I knew what I could say and what I couldn't say.
Yeah.
And these kids, and I'm not dogging Merrimack Valley Breakin, but I met them at the Palace, so I met them in Saugus, with the Saugus people. And I didn't say that word.
Yeah.
And I remember I was getting kicked out of the crew. And Peter Nieves from Lawrence said, if Russo goes, I'm going. And so that was the first time I ever experienced loyalty.
Yeah.
And you and the Riddler were deadly together.
In the entertainment, and he almost moved in with me. This is how he was going to move in with me and my family because he grew up in a tough neighborhood in Lawrence. And that's where I learned, but I've been looking for this guy for 35. Peter Nieves, he was my, we've been friends. We know loyalty. We've been friends a lot of years, but for some, he stuck up for me out of the blue.
Sweet story. We saw you motherfuckers walk into the club. We were like, God damn.
Yeah.
But that's one of the things about the race and hip hop. And it's one of the things that like I learned. Like I grew up in a mixed household. My household was black and white. So, and I grew up in West Medford, which was the predominantly black neighborhood.
West Medford, then you got Wellington, Glenwood.
Yeah, it's me, baby.
Yeah, and then, but what I've known from growing up like that, if you are honest and like genuine, I would say, with people, black folks will invite you in. They don't have that same line of wall that like a racist white guy would have.
Yep.
You know that, and you would see it like you say, a little kid come out there, grab him on his leg.
He must.
Say,
Whatever.
Who is this?
Right.
All
We've been friends ever since.
Yeah.
Yep.
And I've seen that. I've seen that over and over again. Even guys who would call me white boy at first. You know what I mean? But eventually,
Right.
Yeah, they give you that respect
because I'm genuine. I'm not putting on a role.
You know what the
just
strange thing
whatever.
is though? So
That's
growing up, I always thought I had street cred.
Oh yeah.
You know? Oh yeah, because. Well, no. What I mean is because like whenever there was a situation with race or anything like that, I would always want to be the one going out there, going like it's all about respect. It really is all about respect. But I'm in college. It's not racism. It's classism. You know what I mean? Like I'm an Italian guy. I hate when people talk to a girl I'm with. I'll fucking punch them in the face. You know what I mean? Right? So that's don't disrespect that type of stuff. So I think it's all about respect. And when people feel like you're belittling somebody. Yeah. That's when shit goes. Don't be.
100%.
Especially
you
men.
insult somebody's pride.
We don't like to be fucking belittled, man.
No.
So that's what I always say. Street cred. Like I want to step up.
Especially with three of us. Not one of us is over 5'7".
Yeah, that's true.
Talk about yourself.
Yeah. But that's true.
Take these bag of nuts that I gave you.
Oh my God, kid.
From Trader Joe's.
But
so we should get to
so
your beginnings.
we ended up getting into race talking because you know what the funny thing is we're middle-aged Caucasian men, right?
Yeah.
I'm Italian, you're Irish, but national. But you
I'm
came from a mixed
Italian
family,
and French, but my family was household was mixed.
Okay, so now, but you know what the funny thing is? Everybody's family, I think, in the world is mixed. It's not
now,
my family's mixed. Everybody's good.
Yeah, now.
Good. Hopefully we get all the good qualities of everybody.
I mean,
hopefully we get all the good qualities of everybody. Because you know what I used to say? I used to say, if I'm a full-blood Italian and I'm married a full-blood Italian, so she's gonna get all the good Italian shit, but she's gonna get all the bad Italian shit too.
Yeah.
Why don't I get all the good Italian shit, get all the good Irish shit, get all the good Jewish shit, get all the good stuff and give it to me?
Growing up in Medford, half the people were Irish and Italian. Because like back in the day, if you was from Charlestown,
you were Irish.
You were Irish. If you was from the North End, you was Italian. And those two married, that was a mixed marriage in 1950.
Exactly.
You know?
That's hilarious,
crazy.
dude. That's an opening joke, right? That was a mixed marriage. Jesus. Dude, the guy from the North End married a girl from South Boston.
What are you thinking? Your mother's going to have a heart attack.
Yeah.
My neighborhood,
you brought home an eye tie.
My neighborhood was predominantly Jewish. Gilman's, the Gammons, It was, Italians, what we do is we move close to the mother. So my grandfather found a house for my dad, which was like a mile away from my grandmother who lived in Everett, but the house was in Malden.
Yeah.
And so that's why I ended up growing up in Malden.
Gotcha.
Because it was that close to there. And it was, what was the thing? What was the thing before that? I ADD for a second.
I don't know. But I'll tell you what we should get to. Some funny stuff in the show in your beginning.
What's that?
We should get to the show and your beginnings. When you started comedy and we grew apart. I went down to Florida, and then when I came back, I'm like, Dave Russo.
I know. Yeah.
Dave Russo's doing comedy? What the fuck is going on?
The guy who ruined my life.
The guy
who ruined me and fucking
destroyed every breakdancing show I was ever on. I'm like, I can do 2 flares. Dave's like, that's cute.
Wait a second.
I think I'm going to do those backwards.
Yeah.
Oh, you're doing windmills? I'm going to do windmills the other side and then go into the regular side.
Now, did you say what Sally O'Brien's, with Sally in Haymarket?
Sally O'Brien's in Haymarket?
No. What's the name of that place in Haymarket when you first walked in?
Comedy Connection?
No. It was an open mic place where you and Pete saw me.
Oh, I don't know.
No.
Daisy Buchanan's.
Yes. As a matter of fact, you had long hair there.
Yep.
You look like the breakdancer Dr. Doom.
Yep.
And yeah, you were killing though, man. You were in the middle. It was a weird setup. And I remember because I don't even know why I was there. I think I was just in Boston being a drunk, just drinking and just. And
so you weren't doing comedy yet?
No, not even close.
Okay.
No, as a matter of fact, yeah, I want to say it was probably 93, 94, 95, 96 in that area.
Yep.
Wow.
Okay, and then so because I started, it would be pre-96 then. It would be 93 to 90, it would be 93, 94. So, and I remember going, I was like, I fucking know that dude from, are we allowed to go? I know that dude from the comedy. I mean, from the breakdancing. And I watched it, and yeah, it was a hell, like it was survival of the fittest type of gig. You know what I mean? It was raucous. That's the right word. Raucous.
That is the right word.
It was definitely raucous when I went in, and that's what made me stay. I was like, look at this place. Jesus, I was hammered. I don't know why we were bar hopping or something, and it was like, what's going on in there? And so that's how I pretty much.
So what made you make the decision to get into comedy?
All right, so
you've always been an entertainer.
Always been an entertainer, right? So I'm in college, and I take this class, and it's a videography class. This is when videography first starts. So there's only like 10 or 12 people in the class, and I was the humorous one. Every single one of the people in my finals class asked me to be in their video for their finals thing. And so I kind of was like, and a lot of it was pretty cool, fun stuff. Like, you know what I mean? It was like, oh, not bad. You know how we judge ourselves.
Rocky did that in college as well.
Yeah, so you know how we judge ourselves. I watched it. I was like, you know what? Not bad. You kind of looked like you were, you had camaraderie with the people, so it looked decent, you know. And then, and so, you know what, dude? You really want to know how I got into comedy? Holy shit! So I always wrote it. In 1989, I wrote my first bit, gonorrhoeasyphilinitis. I was 19 years old.
What was that? What was that called?
It's called gonorrhoeasyphilinitis.
Gonorrhoeasyphilinitis?
Gonorrhoeasyphilinitis.
I think I got that.
Analitis.
Me and my buddies in college, we're like, be careful, be safe, and we end up coming. Yeah, you don't want to get gonorrhoeasyphilinitis.
Well, it's all rolled into one.
Herpezoid. We'd be like, hey, dude, don't get a herpezoid. You know
I think that needs to stay in the act.
Oh, it is in
Put
the
it back.
Oh, it's still in the act.
Okay. Oh, it's still there, baby.
Dude, the thing is,
it's like Stevie Wonder and Helen Keller and the Kardashians. It ain't going anywhere.
But it's so real that you can't. I the first couple of jokes. So basically, how did I get into comedy? So in college, I had a writing class, and it was Communication 101, and you had to give a 5-minute speech and an 8-minute speech and a 10-minute speech. Well, my speeches always ended up being humorous. It was always entertaining. Yeah. And I ended up coming like second place in that class in college. It was and that's when Howard Stern was big and all this stuff. And so I learned about how to do public speaking, how to do these classes. And then I ended up working at a college, and I was pretty much promoting continued education. And I'd give speeches like I copied this program called RAP, Refined Academic Athlete Program. It was to continue education beyond high school. And so I ended up, when I was doing this, I got this job, I ended up going to open mic nights. And the sad thing is, how I got into it is I had been writing this stuff. I'm going to have a point to this. But I never thought I looked like the comedians that I saw on Johnny Carson.
Yeah.
And I'm going to have a point to this. I'd see Jerry Seinfeld. I'd see the other guy with the afro. I'd see Drew Carey. I'd see all these people that don't look like me.
Yeah.
Don't look like me, don't act like me. They wear a tie. They're, hey, what's the deal with this guy? And I'm like, hey, how you doing?
Yeah, generic, no ethnicity.
So I just don't know these people aren't me. Like they're not comedians, right?
Yeah.
So always loving the Bill Cosby, always loving comedy. In college, I'm writing the comedy, I'm doing the stuff, but I'm never really going to. I go to an open mic night. I see this, I forget it, Mr. Rodriguez or whatever. I go, geez, and Dwayne Perkins, and right, I love Dwayne, right? And I go, geez, I'm as funny as these guys. Meanwhile, I don't know it's open mic night, and they're still doing their practice. I'm thinking it's a professional comedy show. You know what I mean? And so I'm thinking, Jesus, shit, I'm just as good as these guys. So I don't think about doing it. I have all these things written down, but I don't really think about doing it. And this is how I ended up doing the comedy. I see Richard Jenny, and I want to say it's 1993, that he becomes the comedian of the year on Comedy Central.
Platypus Man, the name of the special. Unbelievable.
Okay. So Richard James is a little Italian dude from Brooklyn. Okay. All right, and he looks like me, or not looks like me.
Yeah.
I think I act like him.
Yeah.
Like he's the guy. I go, nah, that's me. Hey, this I mean, he's awesome. He's no longer with us on this planet, unfortunately.
Brilliant.
But so I said, Jesus, this guy looks like me. This is like, and so I said, I want to be a comic actor like this guy. I don't know about stand-up comedy. I want to be a comic actor. So I wrote up these things, went to this open mic night, and did halfway decent, and then kept going, and then I really wanted to do comic acting. I just wanted to go into the movie thing and the sitcom thing, and it's so fucking boring to be on a movie set for 27 hours for 6 minutes. I mean, no wonder why they fucking jump off fucking bridges. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
And so I got into the comedy. Like, oh my God, live entertainment. This is the boss. But I took comedy differently. Like some people take comedy so serious, like this art, and I always looked at it as like entertainment. Now I'm loving the comedy more. People want that point of view of comedy. I always liked the Steve Martin, the physical comedy, the Eddie Murphy, and I liked a little bit of dirty. I mean, how can you not like storytelling by my baby Smobic, fucking the rapist, what's his name? Cosby, sorry. You know what I mean? I mean, loved him growing up. He was fantastic. Yeah. Loved him and loved Eddie Murphy.
Yeah, when Mike
and loved Steve Martin.
When Mike
the three
started,
difference.
When Mike started, we studied 4 guys. We was like Bill Cosby, Sam Kinison, Andrew Dice Clay, Eddie Murphy,
love him,
and Run DMC, how they walk on stage. Awesome. And then in the middle, we were figuring this all out. We discovered Amazing Jonathan on TV.
Oh man,
we were in 2 different rooms watching the same show, and we came out just like, did you see that?
Yeah, I have a story for Amazing Jonathan.
Oh, okay, let's hear, because he's one of my favorite. That's how I learned how to take the stage.
You ready for this? So this
Rule
is
the stage.
By the way, no one likes to talk about failure, but here's a story for you, okay? Because I'm a champion, I don't like to talk about it. I'm in Vegas. I do that reality show, so I'm in Vegas. I get hired to perform in the Octagon before an MMA thing and whatever. I didn't really know about it. I wrestled in college, but never took it like the MMA because I'm like, these guys are animals. Fucking punching your face,
let 'em out of the
elbow in your
fucking
face,
cage.
twist your fucking elbow off. I don't like it. I was a wrestler. You know, we grappled. Hand up when you win. Not I can't bend my knee. So the guy goes, no, you can't make this up. So it's the ex-girls. They're in the thing. They do a dance, and I have to come out. Hey, Boston comedian Dave, and I have to do some jokes. Now the people producing this MMA thing, they're a Christian family. So they're asking me, please no. I know, thank you.
Jesus said that must put him in a headlock.
Once again, this is the story. This is the story. So I have to open, and then Amazing Jonathan, right? So I go up there, and I'm not even on stage 5 seconds. They are booing me. They're calling me every name, but I'm honorable. I'm keeping it clean. I'm like, hey, I got some girl yells out something. I go, I can't believe I broke up with you. You know, I'm doing this. But I eat it. I mean, it's humiliating.
Yeah.
I go on stage. And he goes on stage. This is where I know what a pro is. And he just goes, he's using the F. He's to all the gay references you could use to the guys that were giving him a hard. Somehow he wins the crowd over. And he didn't. I mean, but he cursed. He was dirty. He was filthy. He was everything the guy said don't do. And he did it. And he won the crowd over.
That's when the producer doesn't know who his audience is.
No, well,
MMA fight be clean. We're gonna feed them raw meat.
Do you know how hard it was for me to tell you that? I just envision that again. Me
back
going,
in 19,
they're heckling me and they're gonna kill me.
Yeah, back in 1988 or 89, Michael gets a job doing stand up at a Jack and Jill strip show.
Oh yeah.
So we show up, and the manager sits down at the table next to us and go, Mike, we run a really, really, really lady and gentleman type show. This is a high class show. So whatever you do,
take their clothes off.
Yeah. So whatever you do, don't say fuck. And at this point, Mike said fuck like 87. Held the record for the
I held
Stitches
the record
fucking.
The Comedy Connection.
Yeah,
Billy Martin. My first time on stage, I shattered the record.
Yes.
94 times in 3 minutes. Hard to do, Michael. That's going to stand up as long as Babe's 61.
So Mike decided to just still say fuck, but instead he changed it to, what was the word?
Freak?
No, fire truck.
A fire truck, that's it.
What the fire truck is going on?
So Thunder could whack a crack on stage, but Mike couldn't say fuck.
That was right. Yeah. Yep. Yeah, that's exactly what I said, right?
Yeah.
Debbie douchebag can whack her crack, but I'm out of line for saying fuck. I'm a little confused. What's going on?
Sounds like a Don Gavin story. Sounds like a Don Gavin story. Don Gavin opened for Prince. Right? Opened for Prince at the Paradise, right?
I just saw him in
1979.
Shallow Hal.
Oh, look at 1979. And he goes, they go, yeah, you got to keep it clean. And he goes, okay, who's the headliner? And she goes, that's Prince. He goes, the guy in see-through underwear doing splits, and I have to keep it clean.
The guy who wrote Erotic City.
Sequins, see-through spandex undergarments. I have to keep it clean.
We don't want anybody to get offended.
The guy who wrote the line, she was sitting in the lobby masturbating to a magazine.
Yes.
That guy.
But I'm on line if I say masturbate.
You can say she was a sex fiend. Met her in a hotel.
I just watched Purple Rain, man.
With the magazine.
Still holds up. Still holds up.
Never watched the whole movie full time.
Really?
I am so disappointed in the fact that God, when I was born, my first dog's name was Prince. It was a fire dog, so I should have taken Prince, paid the piano, been a fireman, and I'd still be here in Somerville.
Was it a Dalmatian?
It was a Dalmatian.
Oh, no kidding.
Fire dog. Yep.
Fire dog.
I know. And this is how my parents did it. What happened to the dog? Why is there no more dog? Oh, we buried it in the back. Yeah, well, why? Why'd you bury it?
He's taking a long nap.
Yep. Oh, my God. I'm going to dig that.
He's seen his last fire.
I have a lot of respect for the fireman. My grandfather was an arsonist. Okay. Thank you.
All right, so listen, we're promoting our first ever Dirty Dirty on Revere Beach. Couldn't be doing it with better people.
Yeah.
I mean, it's our old stomping
Do
ground.
people know what Dirty Dirty is?
Well,
Because I bet you Revere.
This is the second podcast, so probably not.
No.
Oh, we got the video up. Yeah, we've done two in Fairhaven at the Bayside. They've both been wildly successful. Christine Hurley was the headliner on the first one. Brian Bowden on the second one, which was great as well. And we got another one coming up this month. And we got, that's right, Derek Furtado, Larry Soares, and my man Sam Pelletier. But the show I'm really looking forward to is Us on the Beach.
Right.
Me, you, Mish, and Chris Tabb.
Yes, it's a Wednesday. If you've never been to Sammy's Patio, bring a weapon. No. It's a 7:30 start, okay? Yeah. And so we have Chris Tabb on the show.
Yep.
Okay,
A lot of high energy.
I think Chris is from Hyde Park.
He is.
Oh, is that where he's from?
So we got a Hyde Park cat coming into Revere, so no
Revere,
trouble's
Malden,
gonna happen
Medford.
there.
We get the whole
you
area
got a Malden
covered.
guy, you got a Medford guy, and you got a Revere guy.
Yeah.
So bring some quarters for the meters.
No, they didn't. They took them
They
out.
took the meters out because Misha was one of the motherfuckers on that.
One of the protesters.
Yeah,
I used to break into those meters, so I used to like them.
Hey,
You need a quarter? Give me a minute.
I'm from Malden, kid.
I'm from Malden. I'll give you a dime. So this is going to be fun. Now, when they say dirty, see, now, my name's Dave Russo. I'm not really known as being dirty, but this one I am going to unleash a couple pieces of material to do Shark Face.
Shark Face. I love a big fan.
Donkey Tail.
Yeah, I like the donkey tail.
We'll talk Donkey Tail. We're going to talk when the older woman took me out of Crosby's and Marblehead to her place in the heart and treated me like like the young man needed to be treated. That joke's coming up.
Rocky's playing with the board. He wanted the womp womp womp.
Yeah, I wanted. That's the one I wanted because that's what he said. The womp womp womp.
It's funny.
This is my first day with this board.
This is our first time at the Staples Center. That's what we're calling this one.
I actually will do the big gun of herpes-syphilinitis.
Oh, please
can I talk about that bit over how I came up with that bit?
Yes, you can, of course.
Because
so you
if it's going to be a dirty bit. No,
herpes-syphilinitis?
so I'm watching, it's a sophomore in college, right? I'm very happy because I'm at that point in my life I was having sex with Sherry Berry. Sherry Berry was the girl that I thought was only having sex with me, but it turns
Sherry
out
Berry is very.
She was from New Jersey, Central Jersey, nice kid. Anyways, this is going 35 years ago. And so I liked the girl. And so back in the day when a woman let you have sex with her, I was always safe for a condom. But because I was a Division I athlete and that condom came out of that machine, it didn't last very long. It didn't last very long.
We all know that feeling.
It broke.
Then you got a decision to make. You got a decision to make. Depends on how close you are and if you have a backup.
No. I pulled out. Don't get me wrong. What I'm saying is, about a day later, Magic Johnson comes out and says he had like this. And I'm like, oh my God, for the first time ever in my life, the condom broke like a day earlier.
Do you know how he?
And I'm a hypochondriac.
Do you know how Magic Johnson got AIDS? He blew a piston in Detroit.
I thought he blew a tranny in Washington State.
I wonder if girls can feel it when the rubber breaks. We can feel it. You know what I mean? I don't know if they get that snap feeling or anything. Ladies, call in. Please let us know.
Call in. We do not.
I know we don't have a phone number.
Care.
It's a joke, my friend.
We don't care.
You mean comment below? That's the age we're in
Comment
now.
below. Yes, please.
Comment below.
If when you're having sex with somebody and you can, if you can or cannot feel the rubber break.
Yes, please comment below. We need this for science.
All right, good.
Yeah, because people, like I told Marjorie once, and she was like,
I would think the piston would be going faster. You know what I mean? Like that little thing that's like.
Well, that's the problem. When it gets a little bit dry, you can almost feel it, and you start focusing.
Speaking of dry, let me talk about this now. Speaking of dry, I wrote the Pan Mass Challenge on Sunday on the bike, and the guy goes,
I thought we were going to vaginas.
and the guy goes, you got to put this lube on your genitals and your asshole. And I go,
did that.
I go, why? I go, why? He goes,
Every morning.
I go, why? He goes, because we end up in Provincetown. That's what he said to me. I go, what do you mean? He goes, you have to ride all the way from Bourne to Provincetown, and you'll get friction.
That's
But the way he said it,
That's a good joke.
right? Isn't that hilarious? But he didn't know he did it and said it that way, and that's my stupid mind. But the thing is, he said he taught this to me, and that's why I lubed up the gym. And by the way, when you ride a bike, you know how some women have one boobie bigger than the other?
Yes.
I found out my left testicle way bigger.
Way bigger?
Oh, yeah.
Way bigger.
Well,
That's something you would have figured
Maybe
out.
you should have that
gravity,
check.
gravity to the left. No, but the thing is, I put this lube on.
Must be the full moon.
When you put the lube on, Rock, check it out. What it does is, if you don't put this lube on, you ride a bike. That my buddy goes, it'll give you Indian sunburn of the ball bag.
You only have to say that once before I go, give me the lube.
Only, and you have to. And as he said, dude, if you touch it, it's like. And I'm like, yeah, give me the lube. So I'm lubing it up, right? And then I put it on.
I started lubing it up, then I needed some napkins.
Yeah, right. Awesome. Yeah, I have some right here. Yeah. So, anyways, so this Wednesday, August 21st. Now we're gonna be filthy. I'm gonna talk about the finger on the bumpity 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 bum bum.
I too am gonna talk about the finger up the bumpity bumpity bum and
that's where the donkey tail came from.
Girls like an oral
maybe
sex.
the encore is fingers up y'all's butts.
Well, the funny thing is, I do that thumb up the ass joke, and when girls come up to me afterwards and they sometimes go, "Yeah, you don't like a finger up your ass?" I go, "That's an old joke."
Very good.
Things have changed. I was 17. Now I actually kind of encourage it.
I've never let anyone penetrate
Really?
my bum hole with a finger. And
you don't know what you're missing, kid.
My ex-girlfriend, you might like it. I go, that's what I'm afraid of. It's like I'm going to find out, not only at 50 years old do I have sleep apnea, I also like shit shoved up my ass. And I got enough shit to
Well,
worry
at your age,
about.
you've had plenty of shit shoved up your ass.
No,
right?
I have not.
The
Nothing.
doctor hasn't put his finger up your ass?
Twice. As a matter of fact, the doctor about this one. I did at 45 years old. I did the thing. 60 months later, I'm doing it again. I'm like, why do people complain about this? I didn't have a problem. I over my shoulder, hey, Dave, how you doing? I turned to him, I go, have I met you? He goes, Dave, I'm your doctor. I go, and you remember me? From 6 months. So I guess he
must have a nice asshole. I don't know.
Well, listen, if you were a doctor, wouldn't you want to get virgins all the time? He looked at me, look at this.
I don't even know how they, I can't, you think you enjoy your vacations.
I don't know, but
Oh my God.
This guy's like, look at the mountains.
Hey, let's go to a third world country. How about we don't go? How about we don't go to a third world country? How about we don't help the less fortunate?
But yeah, my first wife, I don't know what the fuck she was looking for. She always, and I was like, what the fuck? Stop.
Really?
Stop. Well, Louis C.K.'s got a great bit. He goes, are you doing that for you or for me? Because if you're doing it for me, you can stop. I have no need for that. I don't mind anything around the old.
Ring around the rosy.
The leather Cheerio.
Can I tell you? So I'm particular. I don't like to have. My nickname used to be called Rewipe. I don't like to have sweaty bum. I don't like to have itchy.
Who does,
bum.
man? You got to get a bidet.
I like to have. Well, so basically, I don't know how I didn't invent the bummity bum bum wipes. I'm thinking I'm gonna try, but they have these like. I have one in my back pocket.
Dave Russo saved my life. You should always keep some toilet paper in your car, man.
Always, do.
Always. Oh, I went to a softball game on the Esplanade on a Tuesday, and it was time. And if I didn't have that, I had to climb into the woods on the car, buddy.
You gotta in my car. I have Preparation H bum wipes, and I have these dude wipes. Now these single pack dude wipes look like condoms. So I went to go
a rape kit.
Well, see, you know what it is. No, it's the before you get assaulted kid. No, because you never know when you might go. Oh my God, I just had a chocolate Eiffel sundae.
Everybody likes a clean bum, especially now that you get older. You know what I mean?
I just have everything but the bagel, like, but duo. Hey, this is what I bought at Trading Joe's. Everything but the bagel, nut duo.
And immediately you tried it and went, "Who wants everything but the bagel, nut duo?"
Not me. They were gross. They were disgusting. All right, so right now, we've been doing comedy over 25 years. We are the entertainers. So if you're in Revere on a Wednesday, I mean August 21st.
I don't know how you passed this up. I mean, we brought 3 heavy hitters.
Who's the girl on it? Oh, yeah,
that's a Barbie doll.
That is
Rocky gets very creative. Did you mean the girl on that one?
This is artificial intelligence, actually. That's what I used. AI.
Yeah, because she's blonde. It's got to be artificial intelligence.
I would like to work on. I'd like to work. So check this out. Let me explain this to you. So
this is a real porn star.
Okay.
Victoria Paris. Ooh, I just guessed it.
Around, huh?
Yeah. No.
She's still around. Nice talk. My guy.
He's still around.
But my thing is, I didn't have to tell Mike it was Victoria Paris.
Not at all.
He said, "Oh, Victoria Paris."
A second. Hey, so let's wrap this bad boy up. Let's go eat some food, drink some beers, smoke some weed. Or do we have to be on here any more longer?
Do we have to?
No, I mean, do we want to be? Do we?
I'll eat some food. I'm not
we're
drinking
at
beer.
41 minutes is where we're at.
All right, we pushed it pretty hard. That's the thing we want to get across. The dirty. The 21st.
Well, yeah. You just don't seem to ever remember when it is.
Wednesday the 21st.
Yeah.
7:30
Wednesday,
p.m.
August 21st.
Yes, the third.
The third Wednesday of every month.
8/21, in case you didn't know. 7:30, 8/21. That's August 21. Wednesday.
Yeah, it's going to be a great fucking show, man. I'm really looking at the flyer right now.
Taping right now.
Yeah, it's still going. It's still recording.
All right, so we have a Barbie doll at the front door. Sammy's patio.
She's got the 1980s hair happening.
Yeah,
Wednesday.
that was the whole point. She was supposed to be an 80s girl.
There comes the time.
Remember the beach.
All of a sudden,
the 80s.
all of a sudden we're in an IROC eating the original Bianchi's pizza.
Yeah.
Kelly's is packed.
Kelly's is packed.
One.
Kelly's is still good.
Kelly's is still good. Yeah.
We all are part of God's great big family.
Yeah, this is going to be a great show, man.
Yeah.
You guys look great in the fucking helmets.
Thank you.
Yeah.
You give great helmet pictures.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Great helmet.
Remember that movie? That was History of the World Part 1. It was Rick Moranis.
Oh, dark helmet?
Oh,
Dark helmet.
Dark
Nice
helmet.
helmet.
Yeah.
Nice helmet.
Yeah.
She gives good. Why do you keep her around? She gives good helmets. People, you don't know what you're missing unless you're at a live comedy. Now listen, it's Revere Beach.
Wednesday night.
Yeah, it's August 21st. Now today's the
First
8th.
annual.
Yeah.
And tomorrow's the 9th. So you pretty much 21 minus 9. You got like 12 days. I think I did that pretty
12
much
days, get your
quickly.
ticket
Boom,
Eventbrite.
how you doing?
Yeah.
Or go
and
to
it's the
Dirty-
same price
Dirty-
as a stupid open mic with a bunch of open micers who are pretending to be at
Nah, man, this is a real comedy show. All legit.
And those open mics aren't stupid. They're just non-intelligent. Oh, thank you.
You go to dirty-dirty.com and get all your
You can
information
remember
there.
that, dirty-dirty.com.
Yeah, dirty minus dirty. I like that better.
Dirty-dirty, dirty-dirty.com.
It almost makes it a clean show. Dirty minus.
It's only got
dirty.
one dirty.
Two negatives
like
are
it too dirty.
positive. Two negatives are positive.
Yeah, yeah.
Two wrongs don't make a right.
And
My
Eventbrite.
mom.
All tickets are available on Eventbrite.
Yeah, just put in dirty.
Wednesday, Revere Beach.
Yeah.
It's Revere Beach, dude. So we can
Oh, we're gonna go
probably
fucking crazy.
break shit.
Yeah.
Oh, we're gonna go crazy.
No,
man.
I'm
I'm
teasing.
really looking forward to this. I think we're gonna have a good crowd. I'm really looking forward to the talent we brought on the show. Every show we've done so far, we've done 2 up in Fairhaven. We got to get you up there. They've been great. They really have. I mean, Christine crushed it. Brian crushed it. It's a really receptive crowd. They seem to like the concept that we're, bringing up comics and not restricting them at all. Tell them to go nuts.
All right. Well, I know how I'm opening my ass with my legs.
Yeah, it's going to be great. Get your tickets to dirty-dirty.com.
And as always,
Pussies don't go to Valhalla, baby.